Hey everyone, PTRSD Boy, and I'm looking at All About Casual Game. A couple of days ago I made a video about the best adventure and hidden object and adventure games of 2019, and now I want to look at the results of the poll. First, I want to look at the editor's choice, and then I'm going to go over to the reader's choice. So let's see what the editors decided were really good games for 2019. So they're looking at the 10 best hidden object and adventure games of 2019. First one they chose was Mystery Case Files Moths to a Flame. That's a bit surprising to me. I thought that series is pretty venerated, but I had at least thought that it had fallen off in recent years, but apparently Moths to a Flame is really good. And then Whispered Secrets, Dreadful Beauty. This one I've heard a lot of good things about, and so I'm happy to see that they put that in their top 10. Then My Brother Rabbit, which is a bit of a crossover game out of HOPA for Artifex Mundi. That one they're advertising as more of a regular game, so they're stepping out of their comfort zone and really pushing in the mainstream game market to see if they can make some headway with My Brother Rabbit. So I guess they're getting rewarded in this area as a big step forward for them. It was supposed to be just an adventure game, so I haven't played it, but I've heard decent things about it. I'm not sure that it's for me, but I'm sure it's well made. Then we have Mystery of the Ancients, No Escape. This is a series I have not paid any attention to, but it sounds like it's interesting at least. I'm not sure if it would appeal to me, but I guess it's a top 10 game, so it might be worth checking out. Vacation Adventures Park Ranger 9. I didn't know about this series at all. Vacation Adventures, I think I've heard about it, but I really haven't paid attention to it at all. And it's a hidden object game. Apparently this one, I'm reading the screen now. Apparently this one is free to play. I am not sure if that's true. I'm not sure if I would check that out anyway. I don't think it would appeal to me. But I guess it's a top 10 game, according to them. Here's one I would pay attention to. Moon Souls, The Lost Sanctum. Being made by Madhead Games. Madhead Games is top tier when it comes to making these types of games. I know they try and spread their wings a little bit and develop games that are outside of the HOPA genre, but I still think their best bet is to work in that area and be number one in that pool rather than try and jump into a wider arena and be a small fish in a big pond. I have loved their Beyond series in the past. Moon Souls is another sci-fi type adventure, more like sci-fi fantasy. I haven't played Moon Souls before, but I've seen things about it and it seems to be pretty well made. So I guess it's worth checking out. Here's the next one, True Fear Forsaken Souls Part 2. This one I've heard a lot of great things about in the mainstream game area, not just the HOPA world. And this is part 2 of that. This is one that's definitely worth checking out. I haven't played the first one, but I've heard lots and lots of really good things from mainstream game sources, so it might be worth checking out. Then you have Labyrinths of the World, Lost Island. I've played some of the Labyrinths of the World in the past. I've not played any in the recent past, but I remember having fun with it when I did play it, so Lost Island, apparently they've kept up on the quality. This one is Ghost Files Memory of a Crime. From what I remember, this is a relatively new series, and I've heard good things about it. I saw the trailer for this one, and I think that one was really good. And so I think it's worth checking out. Then Darkness and Flame, Enemy and Reflection. Darkness and Flame is a very good series. Uh, I've played around with one of these in the past, and this one apparently is well received, and so this is worth checking out as well. If I was going to say which ones out of these would be worth checking out based on what I've played and what I've seen, I'd say Darkness and Flame, Enemy and Reflection. If you're into a crime drama or a regular detective mystery, Ghost Files Memory of a Crime would be good. I don't know about this one. True Fear, Forsaken Souls Part 2 would probably be worth checking out. And depending on how you feel about sci-fi, Moon Souls, and also Whispered Secrets, Dreadful Beauty. So those would be the ones I would recommend. And now let's try and go over to the actual survey of the readers and let's see what they say. Let's go back home. I think we can choose best of 2019 up here. Yes, this leaves with the reader's choice. So this is the one that I voted on, and so let's see what the choices are and what I think. So best hidden object game of 2019, it turned out that it was Ghost Files Memory of a Crime that turned out on top. I voted more than once, and I don't think I voted for Ghost Files. I don't, but I don't know about best hidden object game. I don't know about that one. I honestly wish the Christmas Spirit won, Mother Goose's Untold Tales, because it's not often that you get a really, really well made holiday themed hidden object game. They're fun, but they don't seem to win the big prizes, which is a shame because sometimes they're really well made. So I wish the Christmas Spirit won. It still did second, so I'm happy about that. I I think that Mystery Case Files, I might have voted for that one. And then Never Tales, I'm familiar with that one. I don't know if I would have voted for that one. I voted a couple times for this, and so the Christmas Spirit is the one I wish would have won. Best Adventure Game of 2019, I wanted Dark City Vienna to win. Instead, we got Wanderlust Shadow of the Monolith, which I guess is good. Reflections of Life, Slipping Hope. I really love the Reflections of Life series, so I'm happy it did as well as it did. I don't know if it deserved Best Adventure Game, but it's one I liked, so I guess a lot of other people responded positively to that one as well. Darkness and Flame, Enemy and Reflection did really well here. My Brother Rabbit, and then Dreadful Tales, The Fire Within. So I wish Dreadful Tales had actually done a little bit better. And then Cadenza, I've heard it's fallen off a lot since its first couple of episodes, and so I guess it's just running on name recognition now. So that might actually be one to avoid, unfortunately. Okay, best time management and strategy game of 2019 comes up with Detective Jackie Mystic Case. I've seen some gameplay of this one. This one seems really innovative in the space. It's the runaway favorite, and from the gameplay that I've seen, I can see why. It really keeps up with the time management idea, but puts it in a different context than what you might have seen in the past. There's been a lot of restaurant time management games in the past, and this one is definitely a detective drama, and they do a really good job with it from what I've seen of the video of gameplay. Welcome to Primrose Lake is I guess the second one, and then Incredible Dracula, the Ice Kingdom. That's one that I chose for sure. The rest, I'm not sure if we need to pay attention to those. Detective Jackie Mystic Case seems to be one that you should check out. Then Best Match 3 and Puzzle Game of 2019. Heroes of Hellas Origins Part 1 is the runaway favorite in there. I voted for Dreamland Solitaire, and I'm probably going to check out Spelunking the Mind Match sometime in the future, at least for a couple minutes. Jewel Match Solitaire 2, I like that series. I don't know if it would be deserving of the best win, but I'm familiar with it. LaRueville keeps coming up as a game, and I've seen it in the past. I'm actually even surprised it's that high. I think it's just running on name recognition. And then there's the rest of the games in this area. So I guess Heroes of Hellas Origins might be worth checking out. From what I've seen, Spelunking seems a little bit more interesting, but it's not the winner here. This one's the runaway favorite. And Dreamland Solitaire, if you like Solitaire, go try that one. Best game visuals. This one's a tough one because you have to really see some video of all of these before you can really make a decision that's informed. Without that, you're just picking the ones that you like. I liked Reflections of Life, Slipping Hope, and so I went for that one. I'm familiar with Vermilion Watch as well, but that one didn't make it far. Mystery of the Ancients, No Escape made it really far, so another reason to check out Mystery of the Ancients. And then Wanderlust was very close as well, so that's kind of surprising. And then Labyrinths of the World. These games are not that far off in terms of percentage, so all three of these apparently have very good visuals. Out of these three, I'd probably want to check out Wanderlust the most, and then maybe Mystery of the Ancients, and then Labyrinths of the World. And then Best Game Storyline. This one you really have to see a good portion of the game, and I didn't get a chance to see a lot of these. Apparently very well received was Dark Romance, Hunchback of Notre Dame, which is cool. Then Ghost Files apparently is really good. New York Mysteries, I've always heard good things about. And there's the rest of them. Reflections of Life, Slipping Hope, which I would pay attention to. Apparently not a super great storyline, but okay. But it's been in a couple of categories already, so not too worried about that one. Best New Game Series of 2019, Ms. Holmes, The Monster of the Baskervilles. That's a surprise to me. I haven't heard about that one at all. Then Fatal Evidence, The Cursed Island, apparently that one's good. And Fairy Godmother Stories, I'm probably not going to check that out. And Dreadful Tales, I've heard good things about that one. Worlds Align is a couple of different storylines that are merged together into one series, and so that might be worth checking out. I've also heard about The Man with the Ivory Cane, but apparently not a lot of people have paid attention to that one. This one's not a HOPA game so much as it is just an adventure game. So if you're looking for something new, I guess Miss Holmes is one, and then Fatal Evidence. I would choose between one of those two. Best Game Sequel. And The Christmas Spirit, Mother Goose's Untold Tales, takes it. I'm very happy to see that a holiday-themed game actually got an award. I'm thrilled about that. Moon Souls is very high. I'm pretty happy about that. Whispered Secrets, Dreadful Beauty is also it did well. And so I'm happy about all of these, all three of these top ones. Those seem like they would be interesting to check out. Then Best Concept of 2019, Detective Jackie Mystic Case runs away with it, and deservedly so. From the gameplay I've seen, very innovative. That one is actually worth checking out if you have not seen it before. And then Moon Souls, apparently, The Lost Sanctum has some interesting mechanics as well. So, and Halloween Chronicles, I've heard decent things about that one, so worth checking out. And then we get to Best Game Developer of 2019, Domini Games comes out on top. And that's a bit of a surprise. They beat out Madhead Games. Madhead Games is pretty much at the top of their game. And I'm actually a little disappointed that they didn't win Best Game Developer, even though they did pretty well. Elephant Games, that's surprising as well. I thought Grandma Games would be a little bit higher this year because I think I've been seeing some pretty good games out of them, but apparently not. So Domini Game and Madhead Games, those are two to check out. I would personally recommend checking out Grandma Studios. Artifix Mundi is always in the conversation, but I guess they didn't capture people's imagination as well as the ePix. And then most buzzed about game of 2019. This is Dark Parable's Portrait of the Stained Princess. I think I voted for this one for sure, and I guess a lot of other people did as well. To me, Dark Parables is my favorite HOPA game series of all time. And so the new one that comes out is always going to get my attention. I'm always going to check it out, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm definitely going to check it out. So I'm happy that one made it up. And then Detective Jackie Mystic Case, I've heard lots of good things about that. My Brother Rabbit, I've heard good things, but I'm not sure that that's really what people want to see in this space. so it didn't really capture everyone's imagination the way that Dark Parables did. And the rest of them, those are nice as well. And then, best of the best game of 2019, it is Whispered Secrets Dreadful Beauty. From what I've heard, it's pretty well deserved. Best, really good all around game. And Wanderlust is next, and then you have Mystery of the Ancients. Mystery of the Ancients keeps coming up in these awards, and so I guess that's one I should check out. I guess the first one I need to check out is Whispered Secrets Dreadful Beauty, and then Wanderlust. After that, maybe check out Mystery of the Ancients. I'm surprised Kingdom Chronicles 2 made it in here. That's surprising. Out of these, I'd probably want to check out Whispered Secrets, and then honestly, I'd jump down to Dreadful Tales: The Space Between. I like that Dreadful Tales series from what I've seen. So, and the surprising thing, they also have a Mystery Case Files Black Crown for 2019 as well. So I guess I didn't realize the Mystery Case Files had 2 games for 2019, but I guess I didn't realize because they kept talking about Moths to a Flame. Best of the best. That's interesting. Because Moths to a Flame didn't even come up over here, and this one's coming up as best of the best. Interesting. Well, anyway, that is my look over the All About Casual Game best games of 2019 versus for the readers before we looked at the editor's choice. And so if you have any ones that you think were missing or ones that you wish had done better, go ahead and mention it in the comments. And this is PTRSD Boy. I'll see you later.